Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Basically Natural Jessica. I am Jessica. So today we are going to be talking about natural remedies for fibroids, and I'm going to share with you guys my real results and healing journey. Okay, so I want to briefly just give you guys a snippet. In the previous videos, I shared basically how I found out about my fibroids and um, the solutions that were offered to me and the journey I have decided to take. The basically the solution I've decided for myself. Um, so today I'm gonna go over the results that I've noticed, what the changes that I've seen since I've started the high dose vitamin D supplements. And again, just to reiterate, when I take vitamin D, I do take vitamin D with K2. So I take 50,000 IUs of vitamin D, and for every 10,000 IU of vitamin D, I take 100 micrograms of vitamin K2. I also take magnesium and zinc. And what these other supplements are going to do in combination with the vitamin D is basically going to direct it to where it needs to go. It's going to keep me from getting calcium buildup in my arteries, but instead direct the calcium towards my bones and teeth where it should go. Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this video. I just ask that you take a moment to just like and subscribe to the video, and definitely please share the video with a loved one or a friend who may benefit from this information. So I shared with you guys why I decided to go on this journey. So, and in that video, I do also believe I shared what my week 1 results were. Basically, I did notice a change in my mood. I felt my mood change. Basically, I felt like I had a little more energy. And I think I mentioned before in the previous video that I am anemic. So prior to the vitamin D, the high dose vitamin D, I would feel just low energy. Like I just didn't have energy to do anything. But with the high dose vitamin D, I have noticed I'm doing more, and my body feels better and my mood feels better. So that's been a plus for me. So week 2 and week 3 is what I want to focus on today in this video. So in previous video, I mentioned I had extremely heavy cycles. So I didn't go into details, but my cycles were heavy to the point where I had to wear a tampon and a pad, and those had to be changed like every 3 to 4 hours to avoid any accidents. So in week 2, so excited about this specific result. Week 2, my cycle started, guys, and what I noticed was uh, my cycle was lighter. All I wore for the entire, it lasted 7 days, so that's another thing. It lasted half the amount of time. So previously it would last like 14 days, so 2 weeks. This time around, I think it lasted from like 7 to 9 days. But my cycle was much lighter. I only used a pad, and I was able to exercise with no issues. So I was really excited about that. Moving on to week 3, what I noticed in week 3 was some pain or discomfort in my abdominal area, a little bit of cramping. So I did take the time to look that up and see if that was a symptom. So what I found was when the fibroids do start to break up and they start to shrink, they release a chemical. And what this chemical does is when it interacts with your body, it does create uh, the feeling of you do feel a little bit of pain or cramping, and that's from the chemical that's being released from the fibroid as they shrink and break apart. Um, so it wasn't too bad, but I did feel, some cramping and a little bit of bloating, but nothing to the point where it was just, extremely uncomfortable or anything like that. It was just, I felt it, and I noticed it. Um, so I also wanted to point out, I believe in a previous video, I shared with you guys that I was taking 50,000 IUs of vitamin D. I have steadily been increasing that amount. So this week I am up to 150,000 IUs of vitamin D. And the reason why I'm increasing it is because I do have a doctor's appointment at the end of the month. So hopefully I will get an update as to what size, my fibroids are. Um, and once I do, I mean, of course, I'll bring that information on here and share with you guys. So that being said, with my week 2 and week 3 results, I did also want to remind you guys I'm not solely doing just the high dose vitamin D. I have also changed my diet in hopes of speeding up my progress. I am strictly sticking to a low estrogen diet, and that's basically I'm avoiding meats. So I'm not eating any flesh. I'm avoiding meats to the best of my ability. I am also avoiding sugar, processed sugar, and I'm also avoiding sodas. I haven't had any soda since I've started this. And the reason being, again, is because those are what's considered to be high estrogen foods. They do kind of mess with your hormones, and hormones. We have growth hormones and all these other things, and that's specifically why you don't want to eat red meat or meat in general, is because they do have growth hormones in them and whatnot. So I eliminated that, and you guys, I really don't miss the meat anyway. I have been focusing on other protein sources, which so far seems to be working fine for me. I've been focusing on dark leafy greens. I've been eating a lot of nuts and seeds, and quinoa. Falafel is also a good source, but I've mainly been doing those things: the quinoa, nuts and seeds, and, excuse me, beans. So I do, if you guys haven't watched that video, I do have the video on my fibroid diet and what I've been eating, which I just went over here with you guys here briefly. With that being said, I would like to encourage any woman out there who may be going through the same thing. I would say don't give up. Do not feel disheartened. There is light at the end of the tunnel. All we can do is move forward, and that is the best thing to do. It's if you give up, then you're just basically throwing in a towel, and things can go downhill from there. So I just want to encourage you: do not give up. Do your research, um, and find what works best for you, and move with it. So again, just a little disclaimer, I am not a doctor, and the information that I have shared in this video is me sharing what I am doing for myself in an attempt to help shrink my fibroids. Um, and I am doing so because I am trying to avoid the alternatives that were given to me. What works for me may not work for you. So I do advise you ladies, if you have any questions or concerns, to please reach out to your physician. And you can have a conversation with them, and they can direct you towards a path that may be agreeable to the both of you. Um, Lastly, I would like to share, if you guys are going through a similar situation, what are you doing? Did you decide to get a hysterectomy, or taking a progesterone drug, or what have you decided to do? How are you dealing with your fibroids? Um, are you concerned? Do you guys have like any questions? Just leave that in a comment below. And if you found this video to be helpful, please, please, please go ahead and like and hit the subscribe button. I am almost to 100 subscribers, you guys. I believe currently I'm at 82. So please, please, please do me a huge favor. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I put out a video. Okay? So until next time, let's learn together, grow together, and heal together, one day at a time.